So, you're looking for a dog trainer in the Winslow area, and you want to make sure you find the right one. You're in the right place. We're going to walk through everything you need to know to make a really confident choice for you and your dog.
You know, having a dog in Winslow and Stevenson County is something special. It's all about those quiet walks and enjoying the peaceful pace of life out here. The right kind of training helps your dog just seamlessly fit into that lifestyle, making them a happy and polite neighbor. So, let's get started with what to look for in a trainer.
Before you even start Googling trainers, it's really helpful to know what the gold standard is for good, modern dog training. Having this foundation will make it so much easier to evaluate all the options you come across.
The biggest concept you need to know about is positive reinforcement. It's simply the most effective and, honestly, the kindest way to teach a dog pretty much anything, from basic commands to working through bigger behavior issues. It's all about rewarding the behavior you want to see. That's how you build a really strong, trusting relationship with your dog.
Now, here's something you should know. Illinois doesn't actually require a specific license for dog trainers, so these certifications, they're your best sign that you're dealing with a real professional. A CPDTK or a KPA-CTP shows they're committed to science-backed methods. And if you're dealing with something more serious, like fear or aggression, a certification like the IABC-CDBC is definitely what you want to see.
Okay, so with that foundation in mind, let's explore the different kinds of training programs out there. This will help you figure out which one is the perfect fit for your dog's personality and your family's lifestyle.
Group classes are awesome for socialization. They teach your dog to focus on you even with other dogs and people around, which is great for a trip to the vet or a community event. Private lessons, on the other hand, let you tackle specific issues right where they happen, like barking at the window or jumping on your guests. Your choice really just depends on what your main goal is.
Of course, there are a few other options too. Puppy training is just essential for getting a new pup started on the right paw. A board and train program can be a really intensive way to build a solid foundation of skills. And for more complex stuff like anxiety or reactivity, a behavior modification plan provides a very structured and careful approach.
All right, let's get down to the practical side of things. We're going to cover what you can expect to pay and, maybe even more importantly, the key questions you absolutely need to ask any trainer before you hire them. This table should give you a pretty solid idea of what training typically costs here in the Winslow and Greater Stevenson County area. So a 6-week group class, for example, will probably run you somewhere between $150 and $250. A single private lesson is usually in that $80 to $130 range. Just keep in mind that some trainers might add a travel fee if they're coming to your home from a bit of a distance. So now you have a sense of the cost, but how do you make sure you're hiring the right person for the job? Well, this next part is your essential checklist for checking out any professional and making a choice you can feel really good about. When you have a consultation, make sure you ask these questions. You're listening for them to talk about positive reinforcement, and you want to confirm their certifications. And that third question is really important for our area. Can they create a plan that works with a rural lifestyle? Getting clear answers here is how you'll know if a trainer is a good match for you and your dog. Being a great dog owner in Winslow isn't just about what happens in your home. It's also about being a great neighbor. So let's take a look at the local rules you should be aware of, plus some of the best local spots to get out there and practice those new skills. There are really 3 main things to keep on your radar. Stevenson County recommends your dog either be on a leash or have a really solid recall. A current rabies vaccination is required by state law, no surprise there. And excessive barking can become a nuisance issue. The great thing is, good training makes following all these rules feel like second nature.
Okay, enough with the rules. Let's talk about the fun part. All the fantastic places right here in our area where you can put that training into action and just enjoy being with your dog.
The Stevenson County Forest Preserves are just wonderful for practicing polite leash walking on the trails. The Freeport Dog Park over at Reed Park is your go-to spot for working on that off-leash lead call in a safe, fenced area. And the Jane Addams Trail is perfect for teaching your dog to stay calm and focused around new things like cyclists and other hikers. And that really is the main point, isn't it? Taking the time right now to find a professional who uses humane methods and understands your goals, well, that's going to pay off for years and years. It's truly an investment in a happier, more peaceful life with your best friend. Ultimately, this is all about making your life together better. A well-trained dog makes every one of those walks in the forest preserve more relaxing. It makes every visit from friends more enjoyable, and any trip into town totally stress-free. We wish you the very best on your training journey.